For all athletes, there is life after sports. And for Darrell Ray, not only is there life after sports, but there's success after sports with two amazing restaurants.
Barry Switzer, he was a great recruiter, and when he put you in his crosshairs, he may have missed some, but you got the full blast, and I got the full blast, and I enjoyed it. It was expected, and it was something that we ran toward that light. We didn't run away from it. So we had some really strong-willed guys on our team. We had a Heisman Trophy winner, Outland Trophy winner, a bunch of first-round picks. We were loaded with a lot of players, and what that gave you is it gave you a confidence in your locker room that we may lose, but it's not going to be something we're going to give away. You're going to have to beat us. Going to Ohio State maybe and winning that thing with Uva kicking that ball and with the crowd chanting and Foot was leading the chant and all that. That was pretty cool. But being from Central Texas, going down the Cotton Bowl ramp every year, I got goosebumps. And we'd walk right down next to the Texas players, and then Bevo was sitting there, and our schooner sitting here. And when you walk out and the crowd going nuts, and now that's fun. And there's nothing more fun than that, I think. And I think that's why it's a national rivalry.
After 4 successful years at OU, Darrell was selected in the second round in 1980 by the New York Jets.
I lost 12 games my rookie year in the NFL. So I lost twice as many in 4 months as I lost the previous 4 years. So there was an adjustment period for sure. The Jets became business pretty quick, and I figured that out after about 2 weeks when they said, you don't play, you don't get paid. So a lot of guys on the team were cutting guys after a week or 3 or 6, and guys that were in your locker room last week are gone, and there was nothing said about them. There was no conversation. So you figured out really quickly that it was serious business.
After a successful football career, Darrell took those skills into his next phase of his life, after sports.
One thing they don't teach in sports, they don't teach you how to quit. They tell you to keep going. It's fourth quarter, and now that you're down, you got to keep working. And I think that served me well in the food business. Having a good family has helped equally as much, but in the food business, there's days it's going to be really bleak, and there's days you're going to be really tired, and there's days you're going to really be out of sorts. And not knowing how to quit is sometimes the best thing you've got going for you. Just keep going, get up earlier the next day, and just keep after it. So playing sports my whole life kind of transitioned well into being involved in business. And I think whether it was a restaurant or insurance or just anything like that, I think all the guys, for the most part, learn how to compete and not let somebody outwork you. And that's rule 1, don't be outworked. I got into the food business with a couple of my teammates, Phil and Paul Tabor. They were franchisees of a Kettle restaurant. And I started off with Kettle, then after 6, 8, 10 years, we transitioned to something else, and we all chose different paths. They went to their kitchen, and I went to the barbecue. And the first year or two, it wasn't great. I mean, we just kept working at it. And then my wife came on, and my daughter came on later, and then my son-in-law, and then the family business that we have now just kind of worked its way into where it's really solid and strong. It's got good footing. It's got a good base, and I'm grateful for it. I had other businesses that my kids and grandkids couldn't come see me. They couldn't come visit. They couldn't be involved. And my grandkids, I've got pictures of them up here working and doing stuff, and they're involved in it. So it's truly a family business, and it has the chance to be, I hate to say generational, but it can be passed down. And if they want it, they want to work as hard as we do, then they can just kind of keep it going. And that's something that I don't take lightly.
One of the things Darrell likes most is a chance to talk with the fans at his restaurants about the Oklahoma Sooners.
It's football country. I mean, we're in Cleveland County after all. I mean, only 10 minutes from the stadium. So yeah, it's big, and we talk sports with everyone, and we're a big girls' sports house here too. With whether it's softball or basketball or this and that. If you think about this, and you know this to be true, there are very few towns this size or this city or this kind of market that has 4 or 5 sports radio stations on radio. It's amazing. Sooner fans travel well because their grandma and grandpa were fans. My grandchildren are fans, and you just kind of keep it going. And if you can get there, you get there. So we're outstanding fans. That's one of the reasons that Barry told us we should be thankful and grateful. We have great fans.
Darrell looks like he could still play football today, and I asked him if he's going to come back to the Sooners and help us out.
Actually, I'll just have to hold my breath to tie my shoes, but other than that, yeah, I'm ready. Barry told me the last time he saw me, I'd have to play with my hand in the dirt, so I think he meant I gained a few pounds.
So make sure you check out one of the 2 restaurants in Moore or Norman at Ray's Barbecue. It smells amazing and it tastes even better. And if you're lucky, you might even run into Darrell himself, and he can share some behind-the-scenes stories of the glory days at OU. Oh, that's so good. Boomer Sooner.